The Tesla Boombox. It comes standard with new cars and can be fitted to ones like mine. But why would you get it? Yeah, I did a thing.
Yeah, you've shown me that before though.
Let me wait.
Okay.
Step away from the car.
Step away from the car.
I like that.
Oh, it gets even better. Hang on.
You're gonna embarrass the kids, aren't you?
Already did. In this video, I'm going to show you what it can and can't do, test if it's maybe too loud, and how you can keep the music going when you close the door. So, what can it do? A few months ago, I did a video on pedestrian warning systems and whether or not they actually improve pedestrian safety. And my takeaway from it was that, you know what, there's a lot of vulnerable road users out there, think kids, people who are vision impaired. So I decided to bite the bullet and actually get the pedestrian warning system installed in my Tesla. You live in Australia and you put an order in for a Tesla several months ago, very likely you're going to receive one with actually the pedestrian warning system installed, which means that when you put it into drive, it's going to sound like this. Or when you put it into reverse, it's going to sound like a spaceship. And you'll notice how as you increase speed, that tone actually intensifies or actually goes up in tone. The benefits are obviously for people outside the car with a PWS. But nonetheless, there's another reason here too. In the toy box under Boombox, you can play Apple Music, Spotify, or even Bluetooth music from your phone. If you want a bit of fun with people around you, you press Megaphone and it uses the microphone located in the A pillar up here, and whatever you might say into that, it's going to get broadcast outside. Your voice gets distorted a bit, lowered, kind of like a bit of a disguising thing you'd see in movies, and it sounds like this.
Hello Shane, what you doing, bro?
And then you can also replace the horn sound, and you've got various ones such as fart, goat, one of my favorites, old horn, DJ because, and one of my equal favorites. And if you want to use some custom horn sounds, you can actually do the following. Create a folder on the USB drive called Boombox, and the USB drive can only contain one folder. For example, it can't be shared with Dashcam. So for me, in my glove box, I use this divider that I use for my wireless controllers and plug the USB for Sentry in here, and I put the USB that contains those sounds via this socket. So now I can pretend the car is KIT, something from Star Trek, or whatever sound that you like. Now I should note that these sounds like music and also the horns, they don't work as soon as you put the car into drive, which is really disappointing. I'd love it to be able to, let's say, at a minimum, when you press the horn, it will toot it, but then it will play that sound after it. But maybe it's a legal thing in Australia that you can't do that. But one thing that I was a bit confused by when I first got it installed was that as soon as you close the door, the music would stop. And it's not apparent until you actually go check the manual, aka the Tesla website, that you learn to keep the music playing whilst you maybe are washing the car. First, select some music, say, that you want to listen to outside the car. Start playing it by pressing play current media, then go to your climate controls and turn on camp mode. Now you can actually exit the car and you can have your little party outside and enjoy the festivities. So if you've got an older Tesla, what do? Go through your service app, book yourself an appointment and request for a Boombox to be installed. For me, the wait time was only a few weeks and I took it to Tesla over in Mulgrave, left it there for a few hours, and here it is. You might be wondering about the quality of the speaker, whether or not it's loud enough, and well, how much I paid. And in answer to the first bit, the quality is obviously tinny. It's designed to be, I think, waterproof, or at least water resistant, because it's protected by this grille. And if you want to add a little bit of oomph to it, you actually turn up the volume on the steering wheel or through the app, and it actually increases the volume inside the car with the internal speakers, meaning that the subwoofer in here and the woofers and the mids, they actually help contribute to the sound outside the car and improves that quality.
Sun shines in the pouring rain. I look back and you're gone again. Sold your stuff cause you're moving on.
Yeah, sure, it's tinny, but I would expect that from, again, an outdoor speaker. And in terms of loudness, well, it's a mixed bag. On the one hand, if I turn the volume down on this thing completely to zero, it turns the sound off outside, which is what you want. And when you go to turn up even just an increment, it goes from like 0 to 80. If 100 was the max, there's nothing in between. And this is the decibel readings you actually get from about 30 centimeters away from it. Pumping this all the way out to 100%, it's loud, and I don't think you'd actually want for more, because one night I was actually washing the car about 5:30. It was dusk, sun was setting, and I thought to myself, geez, this is a bit loud for this time of day. And I turned it down, and I felt that it was still too loud, to be honest. Was it worth it, and how much did I pay? Well, for me, I think the safety side of it definitely is worth it. And how much I paid? Well, it's $260 before GST and stuff like that. So installed by Tesla, it's $209. If you want to have some fun, maybe whilst you two are picking up your kids and you want to embarrass them.
Hey!
Or maybe in sentry mode, someone's coming to near your car and you just want to warn them off. It's perfect.
This is Chris talking normally inside the car.
But otherwise, just know that when you are driving, it deactivates, which I wish was not the case, but there you go. Alright, look, if you've enjoyed this content, I do plenty of stuff all around electric vehicles, and I've been fortunate enough to review almost all electric vehicles available in Australia right now. So subscribe if you want to see more content just like this. Otherwise, maybe think about giving you a bit of a coffee hit through Ko-fi, Patreon for behind the scenes and exclusive content, or otherwise you be good and you be green.